All right, on a separate occasion I was charged. All right. Now we need to say that I might go to another retailer. I regret to inform you. Now this is a very good one. Okay, I regret to inform you is a very good linking phrase. I'm going to tell you more about this at the end of the writing session. I'm just going to give you as many linking phrases as possible, but not now. I regret to inform you that if this problem or this not issue, okay, is not resolved, I will, that if this issue is not resolved, I will be forced to go to another retailer for to go to another retailer for my shopping, maybe. All right, or I will be forced to do my shopping, okay, in another retailer. All right, maybe I'll rephrase this. So go to another retailer for my shopping, or do my shopping at another retailer. Finally, what needs to be done? I, or maybe consequently, or what I need you to do, what I request is that a solution, or not a solution for this problem. This is a very general expression. A solution for this problem is that a refund is made at least for the latter purchase, for the latter overcharge maybe. Okay, at least for the latter. Latter means here, latter, we have former and we have latter. Former means what came first. And latter, what means what came last. All right, former and latter. So what I need you to do, or what I request, is that a refund is to be made, or if the refund is to be made, all right, is the refund to be made, at least for the latter overcharge, okay, in addition to a credit card check to make sure that this issue, I have already said issue, problem, maybe problem, is not repeated again. All right, is not repeated again. I would also, so a refund is to be made, at least for the latter overcharge, in addition to a credit card check to make sure this problem is not repeated again. I want to add some more information. Maybe I want this refund to be made as a payment reversal. So since I paid with a credit card, I want this payment to be deleted. So is that a payment reversal, okay, is to be made if this is not possible, a cash refund is acceptable, okay, is also acceptable. All right, at least, so, and I'll just remove at least for the latter overcharge here. A payment reversal is to be made at least for the letter overcharge. In addition, if this is not possible, in addition, okay, and then comma, a credit card check needs to be made, okay, needs to be done, to make sure that this problem is not repeated again. Alright, so what I request is that a payment reversal is to be made, at least for the latter overcharge. Just a moment. At least for the latter overcharge. If this is not possible, a cash refund is also acceptable. In addition, a credit card check needs to be done to make sure that this problem is not repeated again. Alright? Then just write something at the end to make yourself a bit courteous, mu'addab. So, I appreciate you reading this letter, and I look forward to a solution to this matter. Alright, to this matter. And I look forward to a solution to this matter at your earliest convenience. That's it. At your earliest convenience. Then yours, sincerely, alright, Joseph, email. That's it. So here is a sample letter. Of course it's not perfect, it's just made on the fly. Okay, I just made it on the fly like this. Okay, there will be mistakes, there will be spelling mistakes, which is why you must, I cannot stress this enough, you must proofread this message. Proofread. So, dear Chewy Trum Manager of Sales, I am writing this letter to complain about the inaccurate pricing of my purchases from your shop, especially since this had not been the first time. At 3 o'clock maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay? On the 1st of March 2015, I bought a kilogram of fish in addition to 2 cans of beans and a box of cereals. However, as I got the receipt, I noticed that I was charged an extra $10 for a kilogram of beef, okay, that I had not bought. Since the charges were applied to my credit card, there was an extra interest of 10%, which means that I was charged an additional $11. Naturally, I felt upset at this, especially since the cashier refused me the refund. And since this was not the first time either. On a separate occasion, I was charged an additional $5 for a liter of milk a month ago. So, the 1st of February. I regret to inform you that if this issue is not resolved, I will be forced to go to another retailer. Retailer is the person who sells the products, for my shopping. What I request is that a payment reversal is to be made. That's what I need to do specifically. A payment reversal, okay, in the credit card, at least for the latter overcharge. If this is not possible, a cash refund is also acceptable. In addition, a credit card check needs to be done to make sure that this problem is not repeated again. I appreciate you reading this letter, and I look forward to a solution for this matter. A solution for this matter. Okay. Here's a mistake I made. Okay. A solution for this matter at your earliest convenience. So, I'm just going to use a word processor now offline to see how many words. If I'm lucky, maybe I'll be able to do it. But until then, let's get back to our shopping supermarket here. Alright? Just a moment. So, you'll see that this amount of writing is 240 words. That's a bit much, okay? So maybe if I just remove this, or not remove some of the details, okay, it would not be a problem. 240 words is not bad at all, okay? I took about, how much did I take here? About 25 minutes, okay? So you will be tasked to write something like this in 20 minutes. Of course, I'm talking a lot, so I could have done this in 15 minutes with the revision and all that. All right? So this is what you need to do. And of course, as you write less and less, okay, it will be easier for you to finish the task in time. By the way, okay, I have used a word processor. Here we are, just a moment. Okay, I'm just going to show you this word processor. Yeah, just a moment. Okay, and I'm just taking a picture of the word processor here to post on your display now. So please give me a moment so that I can do it. I'm not very good at computers. Anyway, okay, here we are. And let's open this. Yes, here we are. And I'm just going to do this and take this here. All right. Save. Stop. My apologies for the time here. And I'm going to upload it now. Right. Here we are. So I've used this. Here we are. I used a word processor to calculate the number of words that it took me. All right. It's a bit of an easy process. Okay, as you can see, this is Microsoft Word. All right, and I have pasted the text I had just written. Here we are. All right, and down on the left you will see that I have written 249 words, 250 words. That's less, or that's much more than is needed. What's needed is 150 words. So many people say 150 words is too much. Actually, it's too little. So just just take your time, and when you practice your writing, make sure to use a pencil. Use a pencil in the test and in the practice. Okay? Never matbayach. Okay? I don't know what that. Don't rewrite your task over and over again to make sure it's perfect. You will not have time for that in the test. Okay? You will not have time for that in the test. Just use a pencil to make the writing on your own, and use a word processor to calculate the amount of words you have written. Time after time, you will find that you will come closer and closer to the amount of words. You actually need 160 words or 150 words, and this will be a helpful thing to help you save time. Anyway, let's get back here to I really hope that I do not mess this up. Just going to do. Okay. So this is the sample writing. I'm going to get back to the slides. So this is done. First, I'm just going to go over the details first. The details. Let's start writing a letter. Writing a letter begins with a formal beginning. I'm just going in details here. The purpose is sometimes stressed at the beginning of a letter. It depends on the type of letter you are writing as to how much you emphasize your purpose at the start, or whether you decide to leave it at the end of the letter. So you can begin by you can begin the letter in the beginning here to say what you want, okay, an ayat kada, alright? Or you can leave it at the end of the letter, but do not mention any details in the introduction. No details. No new ideas. No details, no new ideas. All right? So anything written in the introduction must be repeated. All right? I just want to check if I made it right here. So to complain about the inaccurate pricing, I have increased, and especially since this had not been the first time. And I left what I needed to be done, okay, at the end. This is what I've done. Maybe someone else would say I'm writing this letter to ask for a refund due to the for a receipt or for an overcharge that I had received, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's get back here. However, you do not need to open your letter with something that will be appropriate for the reader. Okay? You do need to open your letter with something that will be appropriate for the reader and will capture the reader's attention. And there are structures to help you do this. Let's read. I'm writing with regard, or with reference to. With reference to. Okay? Pay attention to these lines. Or in connection with. In connection with. So I'm writing with regard to, or reference to, or in connection with. These expressions are not very clear. So with regard to, or with reference to, or in connection with. All right? With regard to, with reference to, in connection with. These are the three expressions at the first. I'm writing to express my concern, my dissatisfaction about something. My dissatisfaction. I'm not satisfied with the level of service you have provided because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to draw your attention to. Okay? Maybe I'm writing this letter to complain about this. This is very simple. Okay, so I would like to express my dissatisfaction with the level of, sorry, not this, with the level of services provided. Okay, maybe. So here we are. Okay. Now let's move on to something a bit difficult. The most difficult thing in a writing test is the ideas. You are tasked with reading a task for the first time. Perhaps it will be about something you have never heard about before, or you have never had to express your opinions about before. One test I had was about this task. I'm just going to open a new one. Should the retirement age be raised from 60 to 60, or just raised? Should the retirement age be raised? Okay, so what the expression will, of course, this is something in task 2, all right? But you get the point. You get the point that it will be very often that you will be asked to write about something that had never come to you. But most of the time it will be maybe a complaint or an apology, or maybe it's usually a complaint or an apology or a request. All right? So let's take a look at the situation. The situation is the first paragraph I had written here. It's the first paragraph I've written. At 3 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. And then my feelings, and then what I need you to do. So, the situation. Let's talk about all of these. All of these come from the situation. And by the way, you must do something like this, okay, before writing. You must plan your writing before doing so, before writing directly. And this is what I made. First, I wrote the situation, shoot from, and then where I was, what happened, in the cashier. Okay, I added the cashier refused me a refund, but it was not written here. What I feel, and then what needs to be done. Here it's just written in a bubble diagram. Can I just remove this? I'm just going to move it here. Okay. It's the It's the text with regard of, and this, I'm just going to make it in red here. This is blinding. White. Okay. So with regard to, with reference to, and in connection with. Anyway, so you might talk about the name and location of the store. Maybe it's a store chain, okay, and there are many stores. So you say it was at the cross section or the crossroads between 5th Street and Malcolm Street, maybe 5th and Malcolm, okay, Malcolm and 5th. Cashier, what the cashier was like. Was she a woman or a man, or what he looked like, okay? Try not to use any offensive words. Just try to describe well. So he was a blonde man with maybe a bit of a on the taller side, okay? A thin, tall man. Okay, method of payment, I paid with credit card. Excess charged, I was charged an extra £10. Date, extra $10, and then the date 1st of March, details of items not purchased, kilogram of beef, and time of noticing error, so maybe as I received the receipt, just as I took it and read it, or maybe when I got back home, and name and location too, okay? So you need to make a list like this. It's very easy to imagine a situation, okay, before writing. But it's very difficult to do this brainstorming while writing. So you need to take 7 minutes, okay, for you to to plan your writing before writing. Okay. Next, here is feelings. Okay, a general list here to express feelings. It's not the entire list. In addition, there is another task here, or another list that I have, okay, that also includes lots of connecting phrases. All right, let's take a look. These are most of the feelings that you will have, that you will be writing in the letter. Actually, you have lots of feelings, something like dissatisfaction or dislike. I'm unhappy about, or I do not like the level of services. I am not comfortable about, or with, I'm not comfortable with the level of service. Is not what I expected, or is not what I was expecting. Maybe. Does not suit my needs. Be very careful of this spelling, of this pronunciation. Suit. My needs. Okay? Or does not suit me or suit my needs. Something is too expensive. So maybe I bought a pair of shoes, and as I got home, it turned out that they were too heavy, maybe. Okay? Then, on the other hand, there is gratitude. Thank you very much. I very much appreciated something. I'm very happy. I'm grateful to you for something. Grateful. Okay? Appreciated. Thank you very much is very general, very easy. Regret, apology. I am sorry that I, or I regret that I. Right? Please accept my apologies. Please forgive me for, unfortunately, regrettably, so on. Annoyance. Annoyance is when you feel irritated by something. Something you do not feel it's good. Oh my God, this is something. Or, let's see. Although I stated that, okay, I have said that I have bought 1, 2, 3, then they still charged me extra for the beef. Despite my requests, okay, despite my request, even though I tell, so you are saying, or you are giving situations in which you asked specifically for a certain request or for certain items, and then something else happened. So naturally, you are very annoyed. Needs and wants, desires. So what I'm looking for is a refund. What would suit me best is a refund, maybe, or is a payment reversal. I'm very keen to, okay, very keen. Keen here means very interested, by the way. Keen is very interested, okay? I would very much like to, I would be grateful if you could. I was delighted about, pleasure, satisfaction. I was delighted about, by, okay? I was delighted about or by. I thoroughly enjoyed something. I enjoyed something very well. Okay? That was very impressive, very nice. Okay? Of course, you don't have to memorize all of these. Okay? You just have to know enough of these expressions so that you do not repeat yourself. Do not say, I am unhappy about, I'm unhappy about, and I'm unhappy about. Okay? I am unhappy about the quality of the item, and I'm unhappy about the price, then I'm unhappy about the services that you are providing. No, just say, I was unhappy about the quality of the product, the price is not exactly what I expected, and the service was too, rude, maybe. Okay, not rude, maybe it was too insufficient. Insufficient means not enough. Okay? Okay. So again, here are again you can see these expressions here, and they are more or less used a lot, or not. They're used mostly in the letters. Okay, especially the formal ones. Try not to use these complicated words in informal letters. Just say I'm sorry that, or I'm sorry about that. Okay, gratitude. Thank you very much. Okay. If you are dissatisfied or you do not like something about your friend, say, I didn't like this one. I didn't like this one. Just that. Needs, I want. Okay? I would like something. Okay? Regret, apology, and sorry that. Pleasure, satisfaction, I was delighted, or I was very happy with the services you provided me, my friend, and so on. Alright. So, before we carry on to the next task here, where we can translate things from formal to informal, I'm just going to take a small break. Okay, hello again, and welcome to the second part of my sixth session of the IELTS course. If you remember from the first part, we have taken a look at a sample letter, and we solved it generally without talking a lot about its details very much. We will now take a look at some of the things that we need to make or put into consideration to talk about when we take or when we write a letter, a formal letter specifically. One of the things was already explained, the one about the introduction, okay, and listing the ideas. We list the ideas before we write. Then there are some expressions that are very useful whenever you begin a sentence to express your feelings more clearly. Then we will take a look at some of the word formats, or shall we say word orders, okay, that are necessary for you to be courteous. Courteous means to be polite with to the person you're talking to, okay. You should not use words that can be considered offensive, or shall we say a style of writing that is shall we say too informal. Okay, so courteous. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look now at the first one. On the left and on the right, okay, there are two styles of writing, informal and formal. We will see the left, which is, you get it, informal. Send me a brochure. Send me a brochure. I want a ticket for tonight's show. I think you should employ more staff. You should give up smoking. In my opinion, you should improve your service. I want to get a place at your school. I can't stand your car alarm. You park your car too close to mine. Why is your information always out of date? All of these expressions are really too direct, or shall we say, it's you know, it's a bit too heavy, right? تقيلة. Not many people will appreciate it if you talk to them like that, especially if you don't know them very well. So the other side is better, much better to use to address people you don't know very well, formally. So I would like you to, I am very interested in something, something, something. Could I suggest that you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Please avoid, by the way, could I suggest is followed by a question mark here. Just a moment. Could I suggest is followed by a question mark. Please avoid smoking. Wouldn't it be better if you, 1, 2, 3? I would be grateful if you would, just a moment. I'm just going to copy this, right? And this also follows the sentence. So wouldn't it be better if you stopped smoking? I would be grateful if you could, or I could, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please, would you do 1, 2, 3? Or could you please do something? I would recommend that you, I would appreciate it if you, of course, there are many sentences here, I would appreciate it, that are like the ones in the last table, this one. Okay? Let's try to take one of these sentences, or two, and see if we can rephrase it to be a bit more polite. Send me a brochure. Could you please send me a brochure? Or, I would like to receive a brochure at your earliest convenience. Could I maybe, let's say, I would be grateful if you sent me a brochure. By the way, I would be grateful if you sent, this is past.